It's kind of funny how we think that when God tells us to do something, He gives us a promise, He says, do this. We think that it's supposed to come so easily. We think like everything is supposed to run like clockwork. Doors open, resources flooding, it just goes smoothly. And after reading Nehemiah and Ezra and these chapters, I'm thinking if it comes really easy, it definitely ain't from God. So the Israelites were supposed to rebuild God's temple, right? And that was what was supposed to happen. God said, "Go build my temple," right? But they were met with so much opposition, rejection. People were threatening them. They didn't have the means, the resources. Like, it was just hard. They were supposed to rebuild this temple, and right now it was demolished. Like, the Holy Land was demolished, nothing but rubble, which meant they had to do some work. I don't know about you, but sometimes I get really discouraged when God tells me something and it just does not come quickly, or it doesn't come smoothly, or I start to think that, did I really hear from God? Did He really say do this thing? Then I'm like, maybe I should have just kept it at a small scale, or maybe I shouldn't do this at all. Maybe I'm not supposed to do this. But if you heard God tell you to do something, you better do it. And the Israelites they were really discouraged. They stopped building the temple. It had been 14 years later, and God's like, what are you doing? So He sends, Haggai and Zechariah to encourage them, right? To build them up and strengthen them. And they pray to God, and God just does His thing. And one of the really cool things that God does is use everybody for His glory, His mission, His purpose, because we got kings who are pagan, paying for, the rebuilding of the temple, allowing people like Nehemiah to go and rebuild, right? He got permission from the king. However, Nehemiah knew that it wasn't from the king per se, but God allowed all this to happen. And so I encourage y'all, go and read those chapters. And if you are feeling like you heard God tell you to do something and it just is not coming, just be encouraged. Just be encouraged. Keep your eye on God. Keep, striving. Keep working. Keep doing the thing that God has told you to do. And don't worry about whatever is happening, whether people are saying, no, you shouldn't do this, trying to get you to do something totally different, or, talk about you, or whatever is going on. Just stay on the road where God has you, okay? Peace and blessings.